Wouldn't AI, even in this moment, just with the technology that we have before us, be used in some fairly destructive ways?
You could make a swarm of assassin drones for very little money by just taking the Face ID chip that's used in cell phones and having a small explosive charge and a standard drone, and have them just do a grid sweep of the building until they find the person they're looking for, ram into them, and explode. You can do that right now. No new technology is needed right now.
I wonder what's like a day like for like Elon Musk, like just a regular day, like day-to-day basis, like what you do. 'Cause I find that very interesting.
Yeah, like what time do you wake up?
Yeah, what time do you wake up? When do you make your coffee? Maybe you drink coffee, maybe you don't.
I do drink coffee, yeah. Well, I tend to be like fairly nocturnal, so I like go to sleep around, I don't know, 3 a.m. or thereabouts.
Wow.
And then I'll wake up around usually about 6.5 hours later, so 9:30.
Oh, okay.
And I have a bad habit, which I suspect a lot of people do, of like immediately checking my phone for
Right away.
Yeah, right away. Yeah.
Which is a terrible habit, actually. Just to see like any emergencies happen overnight or
I
whatever.
know.
So I didn't want to text you too early this morning. I was like, I felt bad texting you.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm going to wait till after 12 at least.
Well, I got a lot going on running SpaceX and Tesla, and so there's usually some kind of thing that's happened overnight.
Would you like to be president besides yourself?
I would not want to be president at all. Sounds like no fun being president.
If someone ultimately does get a Neuralink installed, what will take place?
It basically implanted in your skull. Take out a chunk of skull, put the Neuralink device in there. You'd put you'd insert the electrode threads very carefully into the brain, and then you stitch it up, and you wouldn't even know that somebody has it. It can interface basically anywhere in your brain. So it could be something that helps cure, say, eyesight, like returns your eyesight, even if you've like lost your optic nerve type of thing.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Hearing, obviously. Pretty much anything that, in principle, fix almost anything that is wrong with the brain.
If you Google Elon Musk, I think you have 156 million search results.
Really?
76 million Twitter followers. You're definitely one of the most popular people on Earth. Is popularity a pleasure or a liability for you?
Well, it makes it difficult to go buy a coffee at the corner store, that's for sure. So it's hard to go around places, I used to be able to just, go to the store or walk down the street, and now it's quite difficult to do that. It's hard for me to go to a restaurant, and if I do, I just try to find a corner table and that's kind of dimly lit or something where I can sort of stay out of the way.
Do you spend time at Tesla? What do you do?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think probably a lot of people don't realize I'm like basically just in the factory in design or engineering meetings or production. So that's like 80-90% of the time. I think sometimes people think I spend a lot of time on Twitter.
Sure.
I don't know why they would think that. That's crazy. But actually, that's like almost nothing.
3 UFO been shot, one over Alaska, Lake Huron, and Canada. Alien, no alien.
I don't think it's aliens, no.
Okay.
The crazy thing is I've seen no evidence of alien technology or any alien life whatsoever. And I think I'd know. I don't think anyone knows more about space, than me. But I think it's actually a troubling thing if there are no aliens as well. What that actually could mean then is that sort of civilization and consciousness is like a tiny candle in a vast darkness. Well, it's important to understand what has Tesla actually accomplished that is most noteworthy. It is not the creation of an electric vehicle or creating an electric vehicle prototype or low volume production of a car. There have been hundreds of car startups over the years, hundreds. And in fact, at one point, Bloomberg counted up the number of electric vehicle startups, and I think they got to almost 500.
Yeah.
So the hard part is not creating a prototype or going into limited production. The absolutely difficult thing, which has not been accomplished by an American car company in 100 years, is reaching volume production without going bankrupt. That is the actual hard thing. The last American company to reach volume production without going bankrupt was Chrysler.
You literally told them to make the Starship more pointy because of the movie Dictator.
Yep.
It's too round on the top. It needs to be pointy. Round is not scary. Pointy is scary. This will put a smile on the faces of the enemy.
And they know it too. It's not like they haven't, they're unaware of it. Everyone thought it would be funny if we made the rocket more pointy, so we did.
Did it have any effect on the aerodynamics?
No.
Nothing.
No, we can make it way blunter and be fine.
But is it better to be pointier? Or like if it wasn't for the
It's
movie?
arguably slightly worse.
That's the other thing. Like, why is Area 51 so secretive then?
I don't think it was actually all that secretive.
Probably. Yeah.
It just like answered the mythos of, and I don't know, people got carried away. I don't think there's anything sort of super interesting in Area 51. Like there are more advanced weapons that the U.S. has that people don't know about, but they're not like crazy alien weapons. So I always try to reserve time for my kids because I love hanging out with them. Like, I mean, kids are really great. I mean, they're like the 99% of the time they make you happier. Your kids are awesome.
Then there's that 1%.
1%, you know, like, yeah, 1%. But like, it's like of anything in my life, I would say kids by far make me the happiest. A lot of times kids are kind of in their own world, so you don't need to like, they don't want to like talk to their dad for hours on end, generally. So I can be in the same room with them, they can talk to me from time to time, but like, you know, I can get some emails done, just get some work done, and then whenever they want to talk to me, they can. And then we try to do things like, you know, travel places, and like I said, we play video games together.